Man. So in today's video, we got to talk about Shedeur Sanders being blacklisted by the NFL, man. Shedeur Sanders didn't get drafted in the first round of the NFL. And then today, everybody was expecting for him to get drafted in the second round, right?
Shedeur represents everything that I dislike about the NFL draft, and it's only one thing, and it's narratives, built up that are lazy and, quite frankly, trash. When you come out as an anonymous source about some meeting that you had and you don't think that some kid measured up to what you wanted him to be when he walked in your room, I think that that's trash. Shedeur Sanders is going to be a good quarterback in the National Football League, and I think that he's going to go and make some head coach and some fan base very happy because he's already done that in his career, and what I think is a very difficult spotlight for his dad at the University of Colorado in a program that was nothing before he got there for 2 decades.
This is a tweet Stephen A. Smith put out. So Stephen A. Smith wrote this on his Twitter account. He said, "This is a damn disgrace. How in the hell is Shedeur not off the board, not drafted yet? Y'all still think this doesn't have anything to do with teams hating on Deion Sanders? This kid is a first rounder. In a different way, this is Kaepernick all over again. Being kept out, a damn disgrace. I don't care what anyone says." Skip Bayless also put out a tweet. I won't read Skip Bayless's tweet because he put out a video clip as well. Let's check out that video clip right here.
I first guessed this a long time ago. The Tennessee Titans tonight made a monumental mistake, a mistake they will forever regret, by taking Cam Ward over Shedeur Sanders with the first overall pick. Mistake by New Orleans at 9, not taking Shedeur Sanders. And by the way, biggest mistake of all, Giants not taking Shedeur and then not taking him again when they traded back into the draft, the bottom of the first round, and took Jackson Dart. That is inconceivably wrong, but typical of the New York Football Giants, who put their foot in mouth. But now that we get to the second day, is it possible Shedeur falls to Dallas? That would be my dream scenario at 44th overall. I'm going to say it one last time. Shedeur Sanders is him. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is where, as Deion says, when it gets this ludicrous, when a player of Shedeur's caliber, a quarterback no less, the most valuable position in all of sports, when he falls this far all the way through a first round, it's a God thing. God has a plan. God is about to work in the most mysterious of ways, and maybe that means he'll last to 44. And Jerry will take him because he'll come home to Dallas, where he grew up, where Deion will be destined to be the next coach of the Cowboys. Maybe that's what God has in store for Shedeur, for Deion, and for me.
Hell, I'm on my way home to go shoot an emergency podcast because Shedeur Sanders should not have fallen out of the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft. And there's a lot of people out there who are saying that, he needed to be humbled. Shedeur Sanders didn't need to be humbled. He's already humble. His confidence should not shake you or make you uncomfortable. It didn't make you uncomfortable when Joe Burrow was confident. It didn't make you uncomfortable when Baker Mayfield was confident. It doesn't make you uncomfortable when another quarterback, whose last name isn't Sanders, walks around and feels that they can be a franchise quarterback because their tape says they can. Shedeur Sanders' talent, his tape, and his pedigree is what gets some guys opportunities in the NFL that maybe they haven't earned. He earned this opportunity, and it's absolutely ridiculous that he's fallen out of the first.
I do, Ocho. In all my years that I go back to really following the draft and understanding where players are getting drafted, back in '87, in almost 40 years, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah. I've never seen nothing like this myself. Obviously, I know I only played a short time, but I've been around long enough to know. Obviously, the 11, 12 years I did play, and all the time I've been retired and enjoying the game and watching it from afar and understanding how good players are, regardless of what scouts may say. The eye in the sky doesn't lie. I watched Shedeur play from high school to college at Jackson State to what he was able to do at Colorado. I want everybody to understand that you're never bigger than the program.
It's not like it's out of the realm of possibility.
This has been a collective effort. Media, GMs, owners, for the simple fact they allowed
So is it because his last name Sanders? That's what you're saying?
There's no other reason. There's no other reason.
I mean,
Just turn the film on.
I want my quarterback confident, because if he doesn't have that, he can't play. I don't care what his skill set is. You got to have confidence. You got to be. You just have to believe. Look, in pro sports, you have to believe you're the baddest mofo out here, and I'm here for a reason.
You're only worth what people are willing to give you or spend on you.
Every time.
No matter what we think about Shedeur Sanders' tape, no matter what Shedeur Sanders thinks about his tape or what he's put on film to this point, they let him know tonight. 32 teams, right? The Giants twice, the Atlanta Falcons twice, let you know we don't need you. And that's okay. That's their right. Like, that's their job. They are staking their job on the names that they call tonight, right? On the person whose phone they hit up and say, hey, man, are you ready to be? Nobody felt that way about Shedeur Sanders, and he has to own that. That doesn't mean he's not a good football player. That doesn't mean he's not talented. That doesn't mean he doesn't have the potential to be great. But what it meant was these 32 teams don't think you were better than the opportunities that they had to pick other people. And you got to wear that. This is his first bit of public football adversity. And I'm not talking about going to Colorado and playing with a bad offensive line and being on a bad team. Because even through that, he was shining, right? Even through that, he was making plays. You got superstars that are there to see you week after week after week. But that's always been attached to your father, too. And I'm not saying he's only gotten things because of that, but you mentioned Deion's guidance. It hasn't been, I'm your father, I'm gonna guide you from afar.
Right.
It's been lockstep every step of the way. This was the first situation Deion Sanders couldn't control.
Yeah. ...
What you gonna do now?
Yes.
How you gonna show up? You supposed to have a chip on your shoulder, but do you show up ready to work? Do you show up with the humility that you gotta show up with now because you're not a first-round pick? Do you say, I'm going to prove myself right that I should have been, that I'm as good as Cam Ward or better, that I'm as good as Jackson Dart or better? And what's your attitude while doing it? Everything about Shedeur Sanders pre-draft has been about his personality, been about entitlement, been about being arrogant or not showing humility. Tonight, tomorrow, going forward, that's the time to show humility.
So yeah, man, there's more footage of Shedeur Sanders getting released, looking sad, but he also put out a video message saying that, he's going to keep his faith. What's for him is meant for him, and he's keeping his faith in God that, everything is going to play out the way it's supposed to. So yeah, man, y'all get in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts about today's video. Do you guys think that Shedeur Sanders is being blacklisted because of his dad? Or do you guys think that the NFL is making decisions based off of his talent? Because I've seen people actually say that Shedeur Sanders didn't look ready for the NFL. So I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. Share your thoughts about today's video. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.